Did you hear me say fun and you came to join in? Hi, Biscuit. Hey, howdy, hey, y'all. In today's video, we're going to finger paint our faces. In the event that something happened and you lost all of your makeup application tools, what would you do? I know you've heard me say that your best tools are your fingers, so Zack and I, who I am doing this collab with, we're talking about makeup application and video ideas, and we decided to do a collaboration about how to apply makeup with just your fingers. I will have Zack's video linked down below so that you can go check him out. Here is my basket of makeup products that I'm going to attempt to put on my face using just my fingers, and we'll see how this goes. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. As you can see, I have used quite a bit of that. I love this primer. It feels so hydrating to me, and look at how it blurred. Look at the difference. How it blurred those pores. And of course, a lot of people put their primer on with their fingers, but e.l.f. did come out with a brush that you can use with this primer. But I like to put it on with my fingers because I can really get it into my pores, which helps for your makeup not to go into those pores and fine lines. Next, I'm going to use my number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation. This is my favorite foundation, and I have never put this on using my fingers before, so we'll see how this goes. Going to get some there and just kind of dot it around. Because it's a serum foundation, it should go on pretty easy with my fingers. I like to put this on with a sponge, but look at how pretty that is using my fingers. You know, you don't have to have all of the latest and greatest tools and expensive brushes. The best tool that you have truly is your fingers. And with the warmth of your fingers, it helps that product to meld better with your skin, I believe. I'm sure that Zack will have a lot of good information about why this works so well, because with his education as a makeup artist and a medical esthetician, I'm sure that they probably studied putting your makeup on with your fingers. See how nice that looks? I'm going to do another one. We'll see if we can build it using my fingers. And you know, you just put it on like you would put on a lotion. Look at how nice that finish is. That looks really nice. Can y'all see? And actually, putting it on with your fingers really gives you more control. Makes it easier to get into all of those little nooks and crannies. And you get to play and experiment, not take makeup so seriously. You know, it's just makeup. It will wash off. See how nice that looks? I think that looks really nice. Next, I'm going to use this Covergirl Clean Fresh Powder. This is pressed powder in translucent, and this is actually a powder that Zack had recommended on his channel. Now, when Zack and I were talking about this, he said, can I use a brush or a powder puff or a Q-tip or something? So years ago, they did a makeup challenge where you put an entire face of makeup on using your fingers. This comes with a powder puff, which is a tool that came with it. I didn't have to buy a tool specifically to put it on, so I'm going to use it. And I told Zack, of course, you can use whatever you want to use. It does feel funny to use the powder puff. This is setting the foundation down really nice. There we go. I look really pale. And I don't know if I'm looking pale these days because I'm tired, or if my skincare is just doing a really good job and evening out my pigmentation. My skin does feel very soft and smooth. And of course, as my face, the temperature of my skin warms up, the foundation and the powder will kind of meld together. It's already looking better. I don't normally wear concealer, but this eye, that's just a wrinkle, but see, if I pull it out, it doesn't look dark. And I'm going to take a little bit of this e.l.f. I'm going to take just a little bit of this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand so that I can warm it up before I put it on my face. It's very light. And I'm going to put just a little bit of that right there. Did that help? Doesn't appear to. And next I have this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. It's infused with argan oil and vitamin E, and it is in the shade Feeling Shady. This is a new product to me. I'm not sure that trying out a new product just using my fingers is the smartest thing I've ever done, but like I said, it's just makeup and it will wash off. That's actually very pretty. And I'm going to put that around the outside of my face. I think I like that. It's a very cool color. Very cool tone. Which I find, oddly enough, that the cool tone bronzers look really good on me. And of course, once that dries down, you can just go over it with your fingers. I can see a slight difference, but not a lot. This might look better as a contour on me instead of a bronzer. I like to put bronzer on my nose. Let's see what this looks like on my nose. I like it. I think that I probably would like that better with the brush and to play with it to see what it looks like as far as a contour goes. I do have this NudeStix. It's an all-over face bronze color in Sunkissed, and I have used this. So let's try this and see what happens. It almost looks like a blush color. It's a really pretty color though. Let's be brave. The good thing about doing this with your fingers, I feel, is that you have more control over where you're placing things. You know, with the brush you can, depending on the size of the brush of course, you can get things placed maybe not necessarily where you wanted them to be. See, that blended out nice. I do have a little bit of patchiness, but I think that's user error. This also just gives you a nice soft look too when you use your fingers. Put a little bit of color on my nose. Not too shabby. That concealer under my eyes is not looking so hot. It's one of the reasons I don't like to wear concealer. Alright. And then I have an e.l.f. Putty Blush. This is in Tahini. Tahini? Tahini. It's very pretty. Oh, I like that color. I like to put my blush up kind of high so that it doesn't drag my face down. Kind of lift the face. That's pretty. What do you think? It's kind of glowy too, huh? Let's just spread the rest of it kind of across my cheeks to give me a rosy glow. Alright, and now moving on to eyes, which is the part I'm most excited about. I'm going to use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which I always use, and I always put that on with my finger anyway. This is my favorite eye primer. And I always set my eye primer. So I have this NYX Professional Makeup Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. So I'm going to go into this light shade here on my finger and set my eye primer. There we go. Perfect. That just gives my lid such a nice silky canvas to work with. And especially if I'm going to use my fingers, because we can't have any skipping and carrying on. And you know, when you buy your eyeshadows, like for example, I intend to use this palette. These palettes do not come with anything to apply the makeup. So again, if you don't have brushes and things, you can use your fingers absolutely to put your makeup on. Staying with this palette, I'm going to go here into this cool tone contour. I'm going to pick that up on my finger and start applying it as my transition shade. And if you want more precision, you just get it on the tip, just on the tip of your finger. That will help you to place it where you want it to go. See? Very pretty. And now I'm going to take what's left on my finger and just kind of rub it under my eye in the corner, just to get a little bit of color under there. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Just take a clean finger and blend out those edges. See, that looks pretty on its own. With an eyeliner and a little bit of mascara, that would be really pretty. So now I'm going to take my small pinky brush and I'm going to go into this really dark color just on the tip of my finger. And I'm going to put that in my outer corner. And maybe a little bit into the crease here. Like that. And then again, taking a clean finger and just smoothing that out. I'm going to wipe my finger off. And then I think I'll pick up just a titch of that on my pinky again. And just put that right in the corner of my lower lash. I'm a contortionist, y'all. I can't wait to see what Zack does. Y'all really need to make sure that you go check out Zack's channel. He is so incredibly knowledgeable. Sometimes I'm like, oh, if I could just suck the knowledge out of his brain and put it into mine, I would be such a smart girl. He really likes to get into the science of makeup and color theory and those types of things. There we go again. Clean finger just to kind of blend that all together. And now there's a shimmer here. I'm going to take that on my pinky as well and put that right under my brow bone to lighten that area up. Just pull it down into the rest of my lid so that it's nice and soft. Now for the fun part. Did you hear me say fun and you came to join in? Hi, Biscuit. It's a kitty cat tail. Alright, so I'm going to be using 4 of the shimmers in this palette. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Again, using my pinky brush, I'm going to go into that lightest shade and put that in my inner corner. Sweeping away the fallout. I am going to clean off my brush and go into the next darkest color with the same brush. And I'm going to put that next to that one. Cleaning off the brush again. Picking up the next color. And placing that there. And then going into the last color. And putting that in the outer corner. Let's do the other side. Okay, and those are all shimmers. And now I'm going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to lightly blend those together. You see how beautiful that is? Beautiful. Clean brush, lightly blend. Look at how pretty that is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Do have a little bit under my eyes, but I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. And that, by the way, is the CColor Unisex 1 palette. I love this palette. Now I'm going to go back into the NYX palette, into that highlighter that I used under my brow, and get a little bit of that on my pinky and just put that in my inner corner just to highlight that area a little bit. And I use this NYX palette for eyeshadows all the time. I'm pretty sure I have not used this as a face palette at all. I use this strictly on my eyes. I love it. I love it. I love it. So now I'm just going to look at everything and see how it looks. Andy, I'm recording a video. Stop messaging me. I like how glowy I'm looking through here. I really like how all of that looks. So I have some e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is brand new to me. It says up to a 16-hour wear. I think Tina at Tina H Beautiful Journey recommended this. I think. Let's see. Ooh, what a fine mist. Holy mackerel. I like that a lot. Okay, now normally I would take my sponge and I would tap that all down. My under eyes, where I put that concealer, is looking a little rough. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to tap it down with my finger and see what happens. It did the exact same thing my sponge would have done, so I'm just going to pat my whole face. Why not? Look, my phone is just going crazy. Do you people not know? I guess I didn't turn on the recording now light. I like it. I really like how all of that looks. Can you believe I did all of that with my fingers and not a rougher brush or any other expensive brushes? That was all done with my fingers. Alright, y'all, I ain't trying to put my mascara on or my brows with my fingers. I'm not doing all of that. I know Those channels that did that everything with my fingers challenge did eyeliner and lashes, and I'm not doing that. I mean, this comes with a tool. So I'm going to do all of that and put some lipstick and stuff on, and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara and lips are done. Did you know, because I got a little bit of mascara under my eye, I know most everybody knows that this, you just let your mascara dry and then you sweep it away with this, but did you know that if you get eyeshadow, you know, like I got some of that shimmer under my eye, that this will also brush that away? Just take it and lightly go over it. It will brush all of that away too. And what I forgot to do was put on some sparkle. Not that I don't have enough sparkle going on, but I didn't put on a highlighter. And I have this new SUSIKEKI, this is Sunset Florist highlighter palette. And I saw this on Instagram, y'all. Y'all know Instagram gets me. Instagram gets me. Late at night. Look at how pretty that is. My gosh. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. And it is a very soft, well, it's very hard in the pan. Like using a brush on it, it's very, very light. So I thought that this would be perfect for a finger application. So I'm going to try this right here. Get that on my finger. Look at how pretty that is. And just put that right there. See how pretty that is? Very pretty. And I love highlight on my nose. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look how pretty that is. Okay. By the way, this was like $12 on Amazon. All the products that I've used will be linked down below in case you're interested in checking any of those out. And I used this Foira Makeup lip liner. This is in the shade Coconut. And I used this e.l.f. liquid matte lipstick. This is Coffee, I believe. Coffee. And I just put that kind of in the center, almost like an ombre. Let me see what these crazy people want on this phone. And so here's the finished... Hi, Biscuit. Here's the finished, completed look. Full face, just using my fingers. I love how it turned out. It looks very soft and natural. Not too shabby. What do y'all think? How did I do? Are y'all going to pull your makeup out and try putting it on with your fingers to see what happens? You really, really should do that. Pull your makeup out and play with it. Finger paint your face. Finger paint your face. Thank you so much to Zack for doing this collab with me. Make sure you go down in the description box below and click on Zack's video so that you can see what he accomplished painting his fingers with his face. As I said, Zack has an amazing channel. He's very, very knowledgeable. If you're wanting to know anything about different products, especially when it comes to skincare and sunscreen, Zack does very, very in-depth videos giving you all the knowledge that you need to be informed about those products. If I have questions about things, I always go to Zack's channel to try to find out the information that I need on certain products. And besides that, he is an amazing person. He is an amazing friend. I'm so happy to have connected with him here on YouTube. I know a lot of y'all have heard me talk about Zack before. Some of you are new, so make sure you go check out Zack's video, and if you enjoy his channel, then give him a like and a follow. And before you go, make sure you show that like button some love. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are, and we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Pull your makeup out and play with it with your fingers. Find something to be grateful for today, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye-bye. Christopher, you can do a nice finger paint look with your beauty products or fishing bait, like, you know, maybe when you got all the ooey gooey worm stuff, you can smear that all over your face. I mean, you know, snail masks are good. I would imagine that earthworm stuff, catfish bait, you know, it's a lot of beauty products are fermented, and catfish bait smells fermented, so, you know, you can just paint your face with all of that stuff with your fingers, okay? Make sure you send pictures. Mama loves you, boo.